Jesus was a master manifester. He walked on water, he turned water into wine, and he raised the dead. And he says in the Bible that we can do the same things and even greater things. But the fact is that most of us struggle to manifest the abundance, the relationships, and the health in our body that we truly desire. And that's why in this video, I'm going to reveal the exact step-by-step process that Jesus used to create miracles so you can do the same thing. Let's get started. All right, the first step is the most important. And if you don't have this in your bones, then it's going to be very hard to manifest what you need when you need it. You see, in the book of John, Jesus is praying out in nature and he says that I and my Father are one. You see, Jesus realized at a very deep level that God was within him. You see, they weren't separate. Now, this gets a little tricky for me and you because we live in three-dimensional reality and our eyes trick us into being separate from everything. See, here I am, here you are, and there's this illusion of separation. The truth is that everything is energy and everything is connected. It's just really hard to remember that when you're looking at a bill and you see a number higher than the money that you have in your bank account, or when you're thinking of that special someone that won't give you the time of day. You see, Jesus understood that he was aligned and connected with God. And before every miracle, he took time to withdraw and remember that. Now, if you've read the Bible, you might say, Ramon, but in John 14:28, he says, but my Father is greater than I. Well, what's all that about? Well, Jesus understood that the individual self, even the perfected self, was not greater than God consciousness. So God lives within us, yes, but God is also greater than us. It's like the wave in the ocean, right? You are the wave, this unique expression of God, but you are part of the totality of the ocean, which is God itself. Now, the second step summarizes the most powerful instruction for manifestation ever written, and it's the original thought behind Neville Goddard's law of assumption. You see, when I was a kid, I used to watch the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, and the Green Ranger had this really cool sword flute-like thing, and he would play this really cool song to summon his dragon. And then they came out with the toy, and I wanted this toy more than anything. So I was praying. I'm like, God, please give me this toy so that I can summon the Green Ranger's lizard. I was doing this over and over again. And my buddies would get the sword, and I would see the sword on TV, but it wasn't coming. And now I know the difference between 8-year-old Ramon and Jesus. You see, in Mark 11:24, Jesus said, what things soever ye desire, when ye pray, believe that you receive them, and ye shall have them. You see, he didn't tell us to get on our knees and beg. He didn't say, wish really hard and it'll come to you. He said, believe that ye receive them, and ye shall have them. You see, the problem is we look at our bank account, we don't have the money that we want, and so we pray for more. We don't have the lover in our bed, so we pray that we meet them. I didn't have the Green Ranger sword, so I prayed for the sword. Jesus told us to believe that we have it, assume that we have it, and then it'll show up. Now, this next step Jesus follows seals the deal, and it allowed him to raise Lazarus from the dead, and it's how you can create amazing miracles in your life too. On 11:41, right before Lazarus comes out of the tomb, Jesus says, Father, I thank thee that thou hast heard me. So I remember we're on a vacation in the Philippines. I'm with my wife and daughter. And all of a sudden, my wife starts freaking out because she left her wallet in the laundromat that we were doing laundry in. And it had all of our credit cards, all of our money. It even had our passports in it. And we decided that night that we were going to follow these principles. So in our meditation, in our prayer, we saw ourselves going to this laundromat and watching this woman come out with the biggest smile on her face and waving her wallet in the air and us saying, thank you. And we did this over and over again that night until we went to sleep. The next morning, we go to the laundromat, and I swear to you, it happened exactly that way. You see, when you give thanks for your manifestation before it actually comes, what you're really doing is creating this electromagnetic frequency that's extending beyond your body, that is connected to everyone, everything, and everywhere. And it begins to resonate with those people and the players that need to show up in your life in order for you to experience the full-blown manifestations. It's exactly what Jesus did. It's exactly what you have the power to do. But without the next step in Jesus's manifestation blueprint, none of these things can come to you. You see, Jesus spoke with authority. He didn't say, hey, God, would you mind making the wind calm down? No, in Mark 4:39, he said, peace, be still. and the wind and the storm was still. He didn't say, "Hey, Laz, I hope you're in there, bud." In John 11:43, he said, "Lazarus, come forth." He commanded these miracles with total authority. And this is one of the main reasons you got to be aware of how you speak. You see, if you say, "Man, I hope this happens," you're kind of hosed. If you say, "I can't do X, Y, and Z," well, you just kind of told a lie to the universe, because all things are possible. And if you say, "I'm not worthy," well, you'll never win that argument, because the fact that you exist proves that God needs you to exist. Otherwise, you wouldn't exist. And what chances are there that God is going to put you on this planet and not give you everything you need in order to experience the highest version of yourself? Now, speaking with authority is essential, but seeing through the eyes of spirit is a superpower. And once you truly understand how to do this, the manifestations will come to you so fast, it will absolutely knock your socks off. You see, in Matthew 5:8, Jesus said, "Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God." Now, what Jesus was saying here is, don't get distracted with all this surface level stuff. In John 7:24, he said, "Judge not according to the appearance, but judge righteous judgment." You see, the circumstances in your life are just a reflection of everything that you've manifested up until this point. And it's the energy that you're generating in this moment that is going to dictate what comes to you next. See, you can think about it this way: your attention energizes things, but your intention transforms them. And we all have the ability to do this. Jesus knew this. This is why he could look at a leper and not see a leper. He could see someone that is whole, perfect, and complete, offer that vibration that the person would then buy into, in a sense, completely surrender to, and then they were healed. Remember, it wasn't Jesus that did the healing, it was their faith in Jesus that did the healing. Now, the take home message here is, don't get hypnotized by the outside world. Realize that you have the ability to transform anything. Realize that you can click the like button and subscribe so you don't miss next week's video, and you won't. Now, this is all great, but if you don't have the next step in the manifestation process, it's very hard for the manifestations to come. And that is when in Mark 5:36, Jesus said, "Be not afraid, only believe." And again in Matthew 14:31, "O thou of little faith, wherefore didst thou doubt?" Doubt in particular is not even doubt. It's 100% certainty in an outcome that you don't prefer. Now, energetically, doubt and fear are nothing more than vibrational frequencies. But if you're in that energy, if you're constantly in doubt and fear and anxiety, you can only block the good that is always trying to find you. Now, I remember in 7th grade, I had a pretty poor self-image. I thought there was no way any girl was going to want to date me. I was so shy and I was so awkward. It was kind of crazy. And there was this girl that was sitting in the class, up in the front of the class, and I was in the back. And she was always whispering to her friend and kind of looking back at me and smiling and giggling. But in my mind, I was like, there's no way this girl would be into me. And that guy would come up to me after class and would say, "This girl really likes you." But I was so convinced that there was no way that in God's green earth that a girl would actually like me, that I blocked the good from ever coming. And that is the unfortunate power of doubt. Thankfully, I got all that stuff squared away and I met my soulmate and we're living a great life. But the doubt was really a hindrance. Now, the final step in Jesus's manifestation is probably the most essential. And it's when in Matthew 9:29, he says, "According to your faith be it unto you." So basically, faith isn't just something that you switch on when you're in prayer. It's not like a button that you push and then the manifestations come. It's something that you persist in. You see, Jesus held the vibration of healing. He held the vibration of the water being turned into wine. He knew that he had dominion over 3D reality, and he acted from that place of knowing. Now, I'm a mere mortal just like you, and I know that it's hard sometimes to look at a number on a bank balance and not start to freak out. I know that it's difficult to get a diagnosis and not go into fear. And a lot of this is subconscious programming. And that's why I created the Subconscious Reset that you can download for free. It'll take you through the process and help you eliminate that fear. And when you pray, if you believe that you have it, you will receive it. I want you to put down in the comments, I will receive it. Now, one thing that makes this happen faster than anything is raising your vibrational frequency. Because the higher your frequency goes, the closer you get to Source, to God. And this will have you creating your miracles in no time. If you want to see how to do that, watch this video next.